Hi and welcome back. In today's workout, we're going to be doing a full body sculpt. So we're going to be implementing components of strength along with Pilates. So today I have an array of weights. I have my 5 pounds, 3 pounds, and 8 pound weights. I also have my Pilates ring as well. And yeah, that's all you need for today's class. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in a seated position. You're going to grab your ring. Your legs are going to be the width of your mat. Toes are going to be flexed facing the ceiling. You're going to place your ring in between your legs. You want it to be at arm's distance. Your hands are going to come on top of your Pilates ring. Both of your hands are going to be on top. You're going to place one over the other. Now, when you're here, you really want to have good posture. Make sure you're not slouching. Chest up, nice and proud. Look straight in front of you. You're going to have a slight tension on the ring. From here, we're going to go into rotations. You're going to come up and over, reach your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling, rotate to the other side, look at your hand as you bring it to the back of you. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to your Pilates ring. We're going to switch to the opposite side. Open up, really opening up that chest, coming down. We're just going to alternate each side. Big open, and bring it back. Bring it back. Slight tension on the ring. And bring it back to center. Give me one more on each side, opening up on that right side. Bringing it back. Opening up to that left side, looking at that left hand. Up and over, bringing it back to the ring. Now, we're gonna go into our next exercise here. Good posture, chest up. You're gonna have a slight tension on the ring again. From here, you're gonna slightly curve your lower back and your core, holding this for 3, 2, 1, pushing down on your ring, bringing it back up to your upright position, good posture, really articulating your spine one vertebrae at a time, bringing your belly button into that low back, 3, 2, 1, and bringing it back up. Inhale. Exhale as you're rolling in and open up. Give me 2 more. Slowly rolling that back and up. Give me 1 more. Lowering down. Exhale, coming up. All right from here, you're going to grab on the outside of your ring. Your toes are going to be pointed, legs are going to be together. The ring is going to come up overhead. You want that good posture just like we cued in the first initial exercises. You're slowly gonna roll down one vertebrae at a time, bringing that ring overhead, gluing those legs together, pointing to those toes, slowly rolling back up one vertebrae at a time, bringing that ring up overhead. Good posture, slowly lowering. We are going to start adding on each sequence that we do. We are going to add layers. So stay with me. Stay nice and strong. Slight tension on that ring, good posture at the top. Not here for much long before we add on. In 3, give me 1 more rep. 2, slowly lowering, coming down. Meet me with that ring up overhead. And 1. When we come up on that next roll up, you're going to bring that left leg up with you, up towards the ring. Slowly lowering that leg and that ring at the same time. That's our next layer. Slowly coming up and lower, coming down. And coming down. Adding on in 10 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna come up into that roll up with that left leg up. From here, we're going to rotate into that left side of your body. We're going to bring it back up to center, slowly lowering back down. Driving it up. Rotate over to that left side, bringing it back up to center, and lowering it back down. Up and rotate back to center. Almost there. Rotate up and center. In 10 seconds, we're gonna hold that rotation and we're gonna pulse it out in 8, 6, 4, give me one more rep here, slowly lowering, coming down. Let's come up into that roll up, left leg up. Let's rotate, let's hold that rotation and let's pulse that ring for 10, 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, meet back to center, 2, and 1, back to center, slowly lowering and coming down. Let's bring the knees into your chest and let's rock side to side. Whew. Your core should start to be nice and warm already. We're going to bring that ring back up overhead because we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to be going with that right leg. Let's go into that regular roll up first. Slow and controlled, toes pointed, legs together. Coming all the way up, rolling one vertebrae at a time. Slowly lowering and coming down. Bringing it up. Slowly lowering and coming down. And down. We're here for 10 more seconds before we add that right leg up. For 4, give me one more rep. Slowly lower. And right here, let's add that right leg up into that roll up. Try and touch that leg to that ring, chest up, slowly lowering and coming down. And up, slowly lowering and coming down. You got this, stay nice and strong. My leg is also shaking there with you guys, bringing it up. We're gonna add on in 10 seconds with that rotation in 8, 4, give me one more rep here, driving it up and lowering it down in 2 and 1. All right, let's roll up, bring that leg up. Let's rotate to that right side of your body, bring it back up to center and lowering it and coming down. Whew, you got this. And rotate, slight tension on that ring, back to center, slowly lowering and coming down. Stay with me. You're doing so well. This is not easy, but you got this. We're adding on in 10 seconds, up and lower. In 4, we're gonna hold that rotation and we're gonna pulse it out. Give me one more rep here and lower and coming down. Next one, we're gonna roll up, bring that right leg up with you, rotate, hold that rotation, and we're pulsing for 10, 9, 7, In 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to center, slowly lowering and coming down. Bringing the knees into your chest again, rocking side to side. You made it through. That was definitely a good one. Let's bring the ring in between your thighs. So you're gonna slightly place it slightly below your knee. Your feet are going to come down to the mat, so you're gonna have some tension on your ring already. Your fingertips should be touching your heels. Again, hands on the rib cage. We're always gonna be maintaining that pelvic tilt the whole entire time, okay? No space between your back on that mat. Hands are gonna come down. Just like the core, we are going to be adding layers on to this bridge. So slight tension on that ring. We're slowly gonna come up into that glute bridge. Squeeze that ring, slight tension, slowly lowering, coming down. So we're gonna be working your glutes, some inner thighs with that ring in between your legs. Nice. Really press those hands and those arms against your mat to help support you a bit more. Your time here. We're gonna add on. In 4, meet me at the bottom of your bridge, back nice and flat. In 2, give me one more rep. And lower. From here, let's come and raise your heels. We're gonna come up onto your toes. We're gonna come back into that bridge. Coming up, squeeze the glutes. Make sure that you're driving through your glutes and not your low back. Slight tension on that ring so you don't lose it. Almost there. Coming up with those hips, slowly coming down. As you guys can tell, I'm breathing in through my nose, inhaling, exhaling when I'm coming up. In 10 seconds, we're gonna hold those hips up nice and high. In 6, in 4, give me one more rep. Meet me at the top of that bridge in 2 and 1. Holding that bridge here, let's squeeze that ring. Small little squeezes. We're here for 10, 8, in 6, 4, holding that squeeze of that ring in 2, 1. Hold that squeeze of that ring, and we're just gonna pulse up with those hips. Make sure those heels up are nice and high. We're here for 10, 8, for 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those heels, slowly come down to that mat. Whew. Inner thighs, glutes, really feeling it. Bring those knees into your chest, rock side to side. Let's go ahead and lie on your left side. You're going to bring that ring in front of your chest, keeping it nice and close. You don't want it too far away. Coming in here, okay? We're gonna go into our side lying series. We're gonna use that ring to push against as we elevate up with that hip lift, okay? So the way that this is going to look, you're going to come up onto those hips. When you come up, you're gonna slightly push down on that ring, slowly lowering and coming down. Now, since you are on your elbow and your shoulders supporting you, make sure you're staying nice and strong and you're not slouching down. Always have that left oblique nice and engaged, pushing down and back up. We're gonna be adding on here, so stay with me. Inhale and exhale. Adding on in 10 seconds. In 3, we're holding the hips up nice and high. 2, and 1. When you come up into that hip lift, you're going to open up into that clamshell with that right leg. Keeping the feet intact, you're gonna lower, release the tension on that ring. You're gonna come up, push those hips forward, open up that right side of your leg, and come back down. Push down on that ring, open up. Think of it like a hip thrust with your hips, pushing your hips forward and coming back down. And back down. Stay with me. We're gonna add on. In 5, 4, 3, meet me at the top of that clamshell. In 2, and 1, opening it up here. You're going to extend that right leg, bring that right toe back to that left toe, into that clamshell, and you're gonna slowly lowering, coming down. That's our next layer, opening up here, right leg extension, bringing it back, and lowering and releasing tension on that ring. Pushing up, coming into that leg extension, bringing it back, and lowering. Extend, bring it back, and lower. We're adding on. In 4, meet me in that leg extension all the way up. In 3, in 2, and 1, holding that leg extension here, keeping tension on that ring. We're gonna pulse that leg up, that right leg up for 10. Stay with me, 9, 7, in 5, coming down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering and coming down. Wow, feeling that. Now we're gonna go into our side teaser. Your legs are going to be all the way straight. Ring is up nice and high. Your right hand is going to hold that ring. Your left side of your body is staying nice and supported. You're going to rotate onto that left cheek. You're gonna come up with your toes to try and reach that ring. The ring stays exactly where it is. The only thing that's coming to you is your toes. Slowly lower and coming down. Really just take your time here. There's no rush. We're not here for long. Last 10. 7. In 5. You're gonna hold that teaser up nice and high in 3, in 2, 1. Holding this here, we're just gonna pulse that ring up towards the toes for 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. Slowly come down in 2, and 1, right there. Drop that ring. We're gonna go ahead and grab our weights. You're gonna meet me standing up nice and tall. We're gonna go into our standing series. We're gonna go into a staggered squat, left leg forward, right leg is going to be slightly staggered. So I want you to take your foot, slightly bring it behind your left heel, toes are down, heel is going to be up, okay? Shoulders back. We're gonna go into a squat. So sitting back in your left hip, slowly lowering and coming down. Take your time and coming down. Just like every other exercise, we are going to add layers. So stay with me. Make sure that right heel is nice and high. You don't want it to be flat on the mat. And breathe. We're gonna add on a bicep curl at the bottom of your squat in 10. In 3, meet me at the top, standing in 2, and 1. As you come down into that stagger squat, you're gonna curl the weight to your shoulders, coming back up nice and tall. Curl, nice and tall. Curl, nice and tall. Stay with me. We're gonna add on a reverse lunge after the curl and the squat. In 3, in 2, meet me standing, and 1. From here, you're gonna go into that curl with the squat. You're gonna come back up. From here, you're gonna step back with that right leg into a reverse lunge. Come back up, bring that right foot back into that staggered squat and bring it down. Slowly lower, don't let that right knee hit the mat. Come back up and curl. Take your time here. There is a lot of balance that comes into play here, so no rush. Not here for too long. 10 more seconds. We're gonna hold that reverse lunge. In 3, give me 1 more squat. In 2, 1. You're gonna hold that reverse lunge here. You're going to hinge the hips forward. So all the weight is gonna go onto your left front of your leg. Your toes are gonna come on that back right leg. Arms are going to be extended. From here, driving the elbows back. I want you to row. Stay with me. We're adding on a tricep extension. In 5, you're gonna hold that row. 3, 2, 1, hold that row. Tricep extension, bringing it back and lowering. Row, tricep extension, and lower. Row, extension, and lower. Not here for long. 8 more seconds. We're gonna hold that tricep extension. 3, 2, and 1. Let's row. Hold that tricep extension. Let's pulse, pulse, pulse for 5. Bringing the weights to heart center in 3, in 2, and 1. Lowering it down, weights to heart center. Shift that weight even more to that left leg. Let's arabesque that right leg up and tap. Take your time. Slowly lower and down for 5, 4, 3, bringing that right leg down, 2, and 1. Bring it down here. From here, let's bring the weights. Let's rotate to this right side. Weights are up overhead here. We're gonna go into a sumo squat, so feet are slightly pivoted out. We're gonna go into that squat. Slowly lower and back up. Slowly lower and back up. And up. Take your time. We're here for 10 seconds. We're gonna add in that lunge in 8. In 3, 2, and 1. From here, squatting it down, coming back up, rotating back into that lunge. Coming back up, rotate into that squat. Rotate into that lunge. Take your time. There is a lot of balance. Rotate and lower. Bring it back. We're here for 10 before we hold that lunge and pulse for 8, 4, give me 1 more rep, 3, 2, holding that lunge here, lowering it down. Let's pulse it out for 10. You got it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right there. Shake it out. Let's put these weights away. Let's go ahead and grab your ring. We're going to lay on your right side. We're going to go into our side lying series, doing it all over again on this opposite side. So again, your right side of your body is supporting you. Left hand on top of the ring. You're going to push up with that hip lift, pushing against that ring. Nice, controlled. Pushing up and lowering. Just like we did the other side, we are adding on. Stay with me, so strong. Almost there. Adding on in 3. Giving a nice hip thrust, opening up that left knee in 2. And 1. Pushing down on that ring, opening up and lowering it back down. Pushing it up and back down. Push and back down. And lowering. And lower. We're going to add on in 10 seconds that leg extension. In 4, 3, 2, opening up that hip thrust, extending that left leg, pointing that toe back, and bringing it down. Pushing against that ring, open up, extend that left leg, bring it back into that clamshell, and lowering down. Extend, bring it back, and lower. It's getting spicy now. Lower, right there. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold that leg extension and pulse. In 7, in 5, 4, 3, give me one more rep, 2, and hold that extension, and let's pulse for 10, holding that ring down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering and coming down. We're gonna go into that side teaser, so straighten out those legs. That left hand is going to hold that ring, staying nice and strong with that shoulder on the right side. We're laying all the way on your side. We're gonna rotate to your right cheek now, bringing the toes up into the ring. Slowly lowering and coming down. Stay with me. We're almost there. Almost there. In 10 seconds, we're holding those toes up, those legs up, and we're pulsing it in 5, in 4, 3, 2, holding it here, and just pulse that ring for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, in 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower and bring it down. Dropping that ring. We're gonna go into our standing series again, grabbing the weight, but we are going to be working that left leg, okay? Right leg is forward, left leg is back here, okay? Again, staggered stance, shoulders back. We're just gonna go into that staggered squat first, slowly lower and coming up. Sitting back into that hip and coming up here. Have your weight in that right heel. Left heel is going to be raised and you're up on your toes. Stay with me, take your time. There is a lot of balance. We're almost there. Slowly coming down. We're adding on that bicep curl in 10. 7, meeting me at the top of your squat. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down into that squat and bicep curling at the bottom and coming back up. Stay with me and back up. Lower and up. Whew. Shaking. You guys got this. Stay strong. We're adding on an 8 into that reverse lunge. 6, in 3, meet me in that squat in 2, and 1. Let's go into that squat bicep curl, coming back up, step back with that left leg into that lunge, coming back up right there. Curl, up, reverse lunge, Back up nice and tall. Stagger stance, up, reverse lunge. Stay with me. 10 seconds, we're gonna hold that lunge. In 5, holding that lunge. Give me one more squat. 3, 2, up. Hold that lunge, holding it here, shifting that weight to that right leg from here, coming onto that back toe of that left leg. You're going to row. Just rowing. Take your time. Breathe. Feeling it spicy, feeling it on the right hamstring, quads, and glutes. Adding that tricep extension in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna row, tricep extension. Bring it down, right there. Row, tricep extension, and lower. Row, tricep extension, and lower. Stay with me. We're here for 8. We're gonna hold that tricep extension and pulse in 5. In 3, 2, 1. Hold that tricep extension and pulse for 8. And 6, 4. Bring it to heart center in 3, 2, 1. Coming down, heart center. Shift that weight even more to that right side. We're gonna arabesque that left leg. Down and up. Stay with me here for 10, 9, 7, in 5, bringing that left leg down in 2 and 1, holding it down here, shifting that weight, bringing the weights right to your shoulders. Feet are out in that sumo position. We're just gonna squat it out, slowly lowering. Make sure there's no arch in your low back. Tuck that pelvis under and back up. Stay with me before we add that lunge back into this variation. Good. We're here for 6. We're gonna add that lunge on in 4, 3, maybe at the top of that squat, in 2, and 1. Here, we're gonna rotate back. Right leg is forward, come down into that lunge, coming back up, rotate into that sumo squat. Rotate and down. Good. Rotate and down. Stay with me. 10 seconds, we're gonna hold that lunge and pulse it. In 3, give me one more squat. In 2, hold that lunge, coming down, and let's pulse for 10. We're almost there. 9, 7, you're gonna drop down to that left knee. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, drop those weights down. We're gonna finish off with some upper body and a finisher, and then we're out of here, okay? Grab your weights. We're gonna go into some renegade rows, some upper and some core, and we're gonna finish this off strong, okay? So I am going to be using lighter weights for this because this is 2 movements in 1. So for the renegade row, you can modify by dropping to your knees and having this position here. Same for the push-up. If not, you're gonna come up onto your toes, okay? The biggest thing, if you are on your toes, do not rock your hips up side to side. We're gonna be in each exercise for about 20 seconds. Stay with me. We're gonna begin in that renegade row. In 3, extend the feet out, extend the legs long, spread them apart. 3, 2, 1. You're gonna rotate to that left side, alternating each side. Your back should be nice and neutral. Your hips are not rocking out. Good, almost there. Take your time. If you need to drop to your knees, please do so. Last 10. Keep it going. In 5, holding this position in 3, in 2, and 1. From here, pushing back into that down dog. We're gonna go back into that neutral position and push up and back up. Bring the hips up towards the ceiling. We're here for 20 seconds and push up. If you need to drop to your knees for the push up, please do so. Stay nice and strong and push. Coming down. Last 8. In 5, you're gonna drop to your knees. In 3, give me one more push up. In 2, and 1 right there, drop to your knees. All right, you're gonna come into your kneeling position. Make sure your hips are forward. There's no arch. Tuck the pelvis under. We're gonna go into some external rotations, palms up towards the ceiling, shoulders back. You're going to rotate the dumbbells away, external rotation, and back to where you started neutral. Now, everyone's range of motion is different, so go until you can. If the movement is very minimal, that is okay. Do what feels good for you. Really pull those shoulder blades together when you're opening up. 10 seconds, we're gonna add on in 8, in 6, 4, serve the platter with external rotation in 3, 2, 1, open up, serve the platter, back in and close, up and serve and close, and close, good. We're here for 8, we're gonna take away that external rotation and just do serve the platter in 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Open up, serve the platter only, stay with me. We're here for 10, 8, and 6. You're gonna hold it up nice and high. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, rotate the palms down and rotate it back up. We're here for 8, 7, good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right there. Whew. Shake it out. Put those dumbbells away. Shake out those arms. We're gonna go into our finisher. We're gonna go into a bear crawl from one end of your mat to the other end of your mat. So you're gonna start in the middle of your mat here, toes tucked underneath, back is not arched, bring that rib cage in, elevate those knees up off of the mat. We're going to walk it forward. As you're walking forward, you're going to bring your feet with you, and you're gonna walk it back. Okay? I want you to act like there's a cup on your back, and you're not gonna spill it. Okay? Finishing off in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Small steps. Almost there. Stay strong. Don't stop now. You made it this far. Last 10. Stay with me. In 4. Keep it going. 3. In 2. And 1. Drop to those knees. Toes come together. Open up in that child's pose. You guys made it through this full body sculpt. It was definitely a tough one, but you guys made it through. It burned in the best way possible. So let's hold this here. Coming back up onto all fours. Let's drop down into that cobra. Drop those hips and rock side to side. Back into that child's pose. Bring it back into that cobra. Drop it down. And sit back into that child's pose. All right, you're gonna come up, meet me onto your back. We're gonna stretch out your hamstrings a bit. Reach those legs nice and long. Let's bring that right leg up. Let's grab behind your calf. Let's hold this here. Try and get your leg nice and straight. Slowly walk your hands up towards your heel. Have your shoulder blades come off the mat, holding this here for 4. Pull that leg in a little bit more for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly release, coming down, lowering down here, and straighten out and lower your right leg. Let's bring up that left leg, bring it up, holding this here, getting that heart rate down. Slowly bring the shoulder blades up off of the mat, holding this here. For 3, bring that leg closer into you for 2, and 1. Slowly lower the shoulders, slowly lower the leg. Let's bring the knees into your chest. Nice big circles. Out. For 3, we're going to rotate to the other way for 2, for 1, and bring it the other way for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Meet me in a seated position. Sit however you feel is comfortable for you. Hands come down. You're going to reach your right hand down to the mat. Reach out left arm up and over, holding this here. Breathe. Come back up to center. Bring that left hand down, right arm up and over, holding this here. For 3, for 2, for 1. Back up, switch over to the other side. Right hand down, left arm over. You did absolutely amazing today. Like I said, this is not easy, but you made it through to the end. You should be so proud of yourself. Bring it up and over the other way. 1 more. Holding it here for 5, for 4, 3, coming back to center in 2, 1. Bring that left arm with you back up to center. Inhale, exhale, bring to heart center, and give it up for you guys. Like I said, you did absolutely amazing. This was not an easy one, but you just completed your full body sculpt, and I hope to see you in the next one. Let me know how you guys liked it. Any feedback is always amazing, and I will see you in the next one.